Here's a question most dog owners never stop to ask. What if your dog has been trying to tell you something profound every single day and you've been walking right past it? Most people believe they know their dog well. They know the tail wag. They know the zoomies. They think they have the whole picture. But dog psychology researchers have uncovered something that changes everything. There are 8 specific things your dog does, quiet, subtle, easy to miss, that are actually the deepest expressions of love a dog is capable of giving. And once you know what to look for, you'll never see your dog the same way again. Let's get into it. Number 1. They choose you first, before they react to anything. Something new appears in your home, a stranger at the door, an unfamiliar noise from outside, a bag dropped on the floor. What does your dog do? They look at you first, not at the threat, not at the sound, at you. Animal behavior scientists call this social referencing, and for a long time researchers thought it was something only human infants did when they turned to a parent's face before deciding whether to cry or laugh. Then a team at the University of Lincoln ran an experiment with dogs in unfamiliar rooms. They placed something new and ambiguous in the environment. In 83% of cases, dogs checked their owner's facial expression before deciding how to feel about it. Here's the part that matters. When they repeated the experiment with a friendly stranger instead, the dogs barely reacted to that person's face at all. Your expression, your calmness, your presence. That is your dog's emotional compass for the entire world. That isn't dependency. That is trust at its most complete. What to do? When your dog looks to you in uncertain moments, stay calm and soft. A slow blink, relaxed shoulders, a steady voice. You are literally regulating their nervous system with your body language. Number 2. They bring you things with no expectation of getting anything back. Your dog walks up to you carrying something in their mouth, a toy, a sock, whatever strange object they've decided is precious today. They set it down in front of you. Then they just look at you. No begging, no jumping, just an offering. Research published in Animal Cognition identified over a dozen distinct, intentional gestures dogs use specifically with humans. Among the most significant is what researchers call referential giving, offering an object not to play, not to trade, but simply to share something with a person they love. Think about that. Your dog finds something they value, and their first instinct is to bring it to you. What to do? Receive it. Even if it's revolting, take the object gently, say thank you, and give it back. That brief exchange tells your dog that their gesture landed, that their attempt to connect worked. Number 3. They synchronize their breathing to yours. This one is almost invisible, and it might be the most beautiful thing on this list. When your dog settles close beside you during a quiet moment, lying on the couch, sitting on the floor, pay attention to their breathing. Watch the rise and fall of their chest. A 2020 study published in Scientific Reports found that dogs who feel emotionally close to their owners will unconsciously synchronize their respiratory rhythm with that person over time. Not immediately, gradually. The way two people who've known each other for years start to breathe at the same pace without noticing. The researchers compared this phenomenon to what happens between long-term human partners and between mothers and newborns. Your dog, in the silence, is quietly tuning their body to yours. What to do? Nothing. Just notice it. Let it happen. Put your hand on their side and feel it. Some experiences don't need to be trained or encouraged. They just need to be witnessed. Number 4. They guard you while you sleep. And if you think number 3 is something, wait until number 5. But first, this. Have you ever woken up in the night to find your dog awake, sitting upright, watching the door, not barking, not whining, just watching? Dogs are descendants of animals that operated in pack systems built around collective vigilance. But domesticated dogs don't simply guard territory. Research in comparative cognition has shown that dogs assign specific protective behavior to specific individuals, and that this behavior is most intense toward whoever the dog identifies as their primary person. While you sleep, your dog's brain is still working, still monitoring, still on watch. They are not anxious, they are not confused. They have simply decided, without anyone asking them to, that while you are vulnerable, they will not be. What to do? If you wake up and find your dog in guard posture, speak to them softly. Let them know you're fine. They will usually settle immediately, because they weren't waiting for danger. They were waiting for you to be safe. Number 5. Their whole body changes when they hear your voice, even from another room. Here's something researchers didn't expect to find. A team of neuroscientists in Hungary used non-invasive brain monitoring to measure how dogs process different types of sound, noise, unfamiliar voices, familiar voices, and their owner's voice specifically. The results were striking. When dogs heard their owner's voice, not their words, just the sound of it, their auditory cortex lit up with a pattern the researchers described as emotionally loaded processing. The dog's brain wasn't just registering a sound, it was registering meaning. Specifically, the meaning of safety. The same response did not occur for other familiar voices, only yours. You are not just a person your dog recognizes, you are a sound their brain has encoded as something close to home. What to do? Talk to your dog more than you think you need to. Narrate your day. Tell them what you're doing. They can't understand the words, but the sound of your voice is doing something in their brain that no training manual ever prepared you for. Number 6. They lean into you with their full weight. 70 pounds of warm, unapologetic dog pressed against your leg with zero concept of personal space. Most owners laugh this off. They call it clingy. They nudge the dog away, but what's actually happening in that moment involves neurochemistry that researchers have spent years trying to understand. When a dog initiates physical contact with their owner, leans, presses, rests their head on a hand, both the dog and the human experience a measurable release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The same chemical involved in mother-infant attachment. But here's the detail that changes everything. The oxytocin response is significantly stronger when the dog initiates the contact. When the dog chooses to close the distance, they are not leaning because they need support. They are leaning because you are their support. You are the structure they orient themselves around. What to do? Lean back. Don't push them away. Let the moment complete itself. Both of you will feel it. Number 7. They stay close when you're unwell. You've had a bad day. You're sick. You're exhausted. You're crying. And your dog, the same dog who runs circles around the yard at 6 in the morning, suddenly becomes still, quiet, close. They don't bark. They don't demand attention. They simply position themselves near you and stay. This is not coincidence, and it is not confusion. A joint study by researchers in the United Kingdom and Canada tested whether dogs could distinguish between a person in genuine distress and a person making similar sounds without distress. Dogs consistently oriented toward the distressed person. They moved closer. They remained calmer themselves than in control conditions. The researchers concluded that dogs don't just notice human emotional states. They respond to them with something that behaviorally mirrors empathy. Your dog cannot fix what is wrong. They know that, and they stay anyway. What to do? Let them stay. Don't send them away, because you don't want to worry them. They already know something is off. Letting them be close is not just comforting for you. It satisfies something deeply instinctive in them. They need to be there. Number 8. They look at you for no reason at all. Your dog is across the room. You look up. They are already watching you. No leash in sight. No treat jar nearby. No particular reason. Just soft eyes. A relaxed face. A quiet, unhurried gaze with no agenda behind it. This is the deepest one. And the science behind it is extraordinary. A landmark study published in the journal Science in 2015 discovered that when a dog and their owner hold mutual eye contact, both of them experience a surge in oxytocin, and the two responses feed each other in a loop. The more the dog looks, the more oxytocin is produced in both. The more oxytocin rises, the more the dog wants to look. The researchers tested whether wolves raised by humans from birth showed the same response. They didn't. Not even close. This loop, this specific neurochemical conversation that happens through eye contact, exists only between dogs and people. It evolved specifically across the thousands of years dogs and humans have spent building a relationship that has no equivalent anywhere in the animal kingdom. When your dog looks at you from across the room with those quiet, unhurried eyes, they are not waiting for something. They are simply glad you exist. What to do? Look back. Hold it for a few seconds. Let it be what it is. 8 compliments. 8 things your dog has been doing every single day. The synchronized breathing you never noticed. The gaze that rewires both your brains. The offering of a sock with the gravity of a gift. The vigil in the dark while you slept. They don't have language. They never will. But somewhere in the long, quiet history of dogs and people choosing each other, they found another way. And they have been using it every day since the moment they met you. Now that you know what to look for, you won't miss a single one. If this changed the way you see your dog, subscribe. Every week we go deeper into the hidden world of what your dog is actually trying to tell you. They deserve to be understood.